All right, everything's looking good. Let's make sure we got this going though. That. Bang, bang. That should be good enough. Alrighty, so let's see what we got going on out here in the markets. Good morning, everybody. Let's go ahead and get off of that screen intro. Let's jump over here to the scans. All right. So today, I got my top 5 pulled up. I got my top 50 top volume movers above $5, and then the top 5 under. Right now, I see REBN, SLNH, ENVB, SGD, and NUWE. Now, of course, this will recalculate on the open, but these are the top 5 out of pre-market. Getting quite a bit of volume down there, especially on REBN, headed towards 10,000 or 10 million shares traded. Let me brighten this up just a little bit. Okay. So we can we'll look through these catalysts. Let's go ahead and go through some of the higher price movers first. We got a couple of fallers up here. Shopify looks like it took a little bit of a dip, 18% drop on Shopify. We also have ZI that dropped 22%, Trip that dropped, it tripped 31%, DV failed 40% to $19. Now, none of these pay dividends or anything like that, so we'll see what happens if they'll just continue to go down. But yeah, those companies not doing too good on today. Let's scroll up a little bit to some of the more positive stocks. Let's see. We got Lyft up 4%, Tiva 6%, Reddit 12%. Reddit is very recent. It opened like, let me see, it's been trading for 3 months. So let's look through everything. Let's go ahead and put some things on the current watch, and we'll go through here and see why they're moving and if their catalyst will be sucking up the attention on today. The first thing I'm looking for is things over 10%. So everything that's under 10%, we just kind of leave those. And if something happens with them after the open, then we'll go and look at them. But as of now, we'll look at the pre-markets above 10. All right, so these 3 are looking like the ones. So let's go and start with REBN. REBN. That's not the one I'm looking for. REBN. There we go. All right, so let's go look at their press release. Reborn Coffee. That's interesting. Let's see what you guys are talking about. So 33 minutes ago, Reborn Coffee closes master license agreement for Guangdong Province, China. This is a Chinese stock. Okay. Reborn Coffee reports fiscal year 2023 financial results on March 28th, 2024. They had a $1 million private placement equity investment for accredited investor, which I'm guessing is probably unnamed. It's just an accredited investor, so it means what they have. Was it 500K to be an accredited investor, or is it 100K? I forgot, or is it 250? I forgot what the limit for accredited investor is, but that doesn't really mean much. That just means they got somebody that maybe has $250 dollars of liquid capital to invest. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's go. And I also see back in January they did a 1-for-8 reverse split. Okay, so we got another one. TIVC just popped up. TIVC. Let's go look at that one. TIVC. And actually, let's go look at the scan real quick. So now TIVC up 100% with only 2 million shares traded. So still in direct competition, coming on up the leaderboard behind the other ones. So we'll throw TIVC up here to research as well. And now we'll start with that one, and then we'll work our way down from there. So let's see what their news is. Tivic Health Systems common stock press releases. Tivic reports fiscal 2023 financial results. Tivic Health report, that's from, so they don't have a press release from today though. This is from March 25th. So this is something that is kind of like a late reaction. Okay. So that's cool. I guarantee you it's super low float though. That's probably why it's up. Let's go to Yahoo. Go to Tivic. TIVC. Guarantee you it's a super low float. Statistics. And so far I've used NASDAQ.com and Yahoo Finance to look all this stuff up. You see, look, float 1.43 million. So without a catalyst, just a very low float there. We'll see how that does on the day. Floating around $2 right now. Let's check the float elsewhere. TIVC. Float, yep, 1.4 over here on FinViz. Let's see. Same over here on Market Watch. Does it have any shelf registrations? Does not have any notable shelf registrations here. So let's look at the shortsqueeze.com. TIVC. Tivic short squeeze ranking. Short interest. Okay, so short percent increase, decrease. So it increased 29%. So that's pretty telling. Shorts are very interested in that one to go on down. Okay, so let's jump over to, we looked at Reborn Coffee, which is up in the air. Haven't seen any strong catalyst yet. Let's go to SLNH, up 21%. Oh, wrong one. Let me jump over here. The NASDAQ, SLNH. Solana Holdings. Is this the crypto? This one based on the crypto? I don't know. Solana launches new AI cloud service in collaboration with leading high-performance computing company. Solana announces monthly business updates. Solana to participate in Water Tower Research Fireside Chat. Okay. So still not seeing any standoutish stuff, but let's just click into the new AI cloud service in collaboration with leading high-performance computing company. I wonder will they be named here? Probably not. Let's see. Solana Cloud. Company's new subsidiary focused on sustainable, scalable AI cloud and hosting services has signed an agreement to work with the strategic partner to deliver so unnamed, to deliver an initial cluster of NVIDIA H100 GPUs. As part of the collaboration, Solana will work with the strategic partner to deliver powerful, energy-efficient supercomputers for large-scale AI projects. So a little bit of AI in there, but they're really making the emphasis that this is just a strategic partner. They're not putting any names out here. So very interesting that they keep putting that in there. Strategic partner. Okay, Solana's new Helix. Okay. Let's go scroll on down. Don't care. I'm looking for names. All right, so yeah, they're just making GPUs. All right, so whatever on Solana. Good morning, Lori Lee. Good morning, everybody else that is tuning in as well from all over the place. Appreciate you guys for visiting with the channel. So we were just looking through the top movers on today, volume movers, and all of them seem to be under $5, from like $1, $2-ish area. And the lowest one is looking like it's only 41 cents, but not really getting that volume feed that we like to see down here for something that this is that cheap. So we'll see what happens on the open. Again, nothing else popping in here on our 50 volume. All right, so let's go over my trade from yesterday. My trade from yesterday was on NYC. Where is my journal? Okay, so here's my journal. Yesterday, May 7th, I took a trade for $700. Let's go ahead and click into it. So yeah, I got 71 cents per share on it, on 1,000 shares, and it was a pretty good trade. Here are all of my orders. A lot of times when I see a lot of selling, that means I'm taking profit. I'm taking profit. That's pretty much what I'm doing. So here are my targets that I had out. My first target was for a 750 to hold. I actually was looking for a 7 to hold. I wanted 7 to hold. I actually entered this thing using the ATR breakout and hold method that has pretty much been making me the majority of my money. But yeah, I have my targets here: 750, 775, $8, 845, and then I have my stops over here. So I actually entered the trade at 730. 730, like the dollar amount, not the time. $7.30. And once I got that, I immediately, one of the things that I missed out on my previous trade was throwing the break even stop in, the hard stop. So on this trade right here that I lost $800, I did not put in my hard stop at break even. That was the first mistake. And then after breaking that rule, I didn't put any stop in. I was like, it's going to play out. It's going to give me whatever. And so it didn't. Another thing that I've noticed about TraderSync is it gives you the best outcome for your trade versus the worst. So with MULN that I traded, the best that I saw on the board or on the profit area was 364. Why didn't I take it? I got greedy and I let it play around without that hard stop. The hard stop would have saved me. But it dropped without the hard stop and took my money. And I was like, why didn't I just follow my plan, right? And so this one, when I have something like this where I just don't follow the plan, that's something that I'm like, okay, this trade, it should have happened. I could have taken the profit and been good, right? Could have locked up at least $100, $200, something like that. Didn't have to get the full 364, but the 364 was the best from the time that I entered the trade to the highs that it went to and then coming back down. And it's the same thing with all of these. It shows me the best. And what I try to do is keep my stop around, or my max loss on the day for around $500. If we look at my stops from back here on this trade on February 14th, the best outcome was $800. I actually ended up taking $727. The worst outcome based on my stops, and I use a trailing stop system, was $91. So I'm risking $100, making $800. And then on this one, same thing with Inox. The best outcome would have been $165. The worst outcome would have been $500, but I went ahead and jumped out of there before this happened. Root, same thing. This one was immediately green, so it really was it was immediately green, and I was able to put a hard stop in literally right in. So there was no worse outcome. It was just profit. The best outcome would have been 453. I actually ended up taking 350. Same thing over here. The worst outcome was 72.23. I got a little bit of slippage, but got the worst outcome that could have happened. Got stopped out on that one. And so this one, it gives me some pretty good metrics to know if I'm staying within that max loss. And for the most part, I usually do. Some of them I get a little greedy or something, and it gets down there to that 500, but very, very rarely though. So looking up here, back to NYC, I actually took my notes on this one. And here's the, now with TraderSync, they use Trading View charts here. So if I go down here to the chart, this is the chart where all of my stops and things are. And this is the 1 minute chart. I don't like the 1 minute. Let's go to the 15 minute. 15 minute, this was the breakout that I was looking for. So I saw this thing, the ATR was right in this level around 730. It tested the ATR, failed. And I was like, okay, let me keep an eye on this because it is abnormal. The relative volume's abnormal, everything's abnormal, and it looks like a cancerous stock. And so it came back up to 730, and I entered at 729 right before that 730, and it gave me a nice pop up here to 750s, and I was like, okay, dope. Let me throw my hard stop in back here at that 730 level. So no matter what, if it flashes down, I'm still in the green. From here, though, on this next 15-minute candle, it shot all the way from 750s all the way up to 845. And so holding 1,000 shares, that was really nice. And you can see all the reds where I'm selling all the way up. And you can see my price targets as I'm taking here as well, where I was taking. The maximum that I really could have got on this one was right around $1,000, which I saw for just briefly, but I was doing so much selling down here. If I took everything up here, it would have been $1,000, but I was just taking on the way up. And so, yeah, that's how that trade went. And oh, that's the 15-minute chart. And then I also have notes down here. So this is what the P&L was on this one. It went up $500. I kept holding, came down, did not stop me out, went back up. $400, went back up. $400, went back up. And then it got that explosion up to $1,000, and I was taking all up in here. And then here are my notes for the trade. So started off the day surveying the top volume movers. Then I looked through the respective catalysts. I saw this catalyst, which they were doing an offer for shares on it at $9.25. I checked the ATR and went ahead and calculated the trailing stop for this, which was around 10 cents. So if I got in at 730, my next stop would be 740, or right under 740. Next stop 750. But when it exploded, and I remember the ATR here was 42 cents. So I captured the whole ATR, 100% of the ATR plus some, because my overall winner was 71 cents in the profit. So I definitely captured the full 42. And then I pretty much just walked through the process of moving the stop, taking profit, looking for the goals, looking and just taking profit all the way until I was out, right? And so that's what all of this is. Basically, I started up here with the buys here. Bought, got to 1,000 shares on this one. And then my sales started up here. What was my first sale? My first sale was at 812. I was looking for the break of 8, and it went up there quick. I was like, oh my gosh, let me take some. So I took some off there, 25 shares, and then it kind of came down to 775. I said, okay, I don't want to give back everything, so I took some more off, 775. It went back up to 780s, took some more off, 780, 775. Then it popped up to 825, took some there. Took some more at 808 because 8 was my pretty much target, but I was not expecting it to go to 850, which it did later on. And I was like, wow, that thing went up, but it's okay. I was taking profit the whole way up. So, yeah, that worked out pretty good. But yeah, that was a trade from yesterday. Today, though, we're going to focus on what's currently here. Looking at the scans, still pretty much the same picture. TIVC, REBN. TIVC and REBN are going back and forth with the percentage gains. But looking up here on the ATRs, we see REBN has the largest ATR of the low floats. So it's got the most chance to give you the most payout because it is a higher price. But if you're going to trade these lower prices, you probably need to take into consideration what the natural ATR is, which is 8 cents. So, you know, y'all know the calculation that I use on this. I take the ATR and I opened up the wrong thing. Take the ATR, which let's say if it's 8 cents, I'm looking to get 25% of this. And this is 2 cents. So I'll be moving my stop every 2 cents. That's not worth it to me. Yesterday it was 42 cents, and I was able to move it every 10 cents, which on 1,000 shares, every 10 cents is $100. So I'm good with that. You know, that makes sense. I like to make trades that make sense. That's all. Okay. Anyway, REBN is the one that's receiving the most attention. And we'll see on the open. We have about 10 minutes until the open, and we're going to get active and see what comes of today. Let's jump back over here real quick. Count information. Okay, and there. All right, but yeah, beautiful Wednesday, hump day, to be observant in the market to see if there's any opportunity. And we'll get our new relative volume calculation, our new relative standard deviation on the open. I'm pretty sure both of these or all three of these will be very, very abnormal stocks for what their normal trading is. So I'm not too concerned about them being abnormal. REBN, looking at the larger or the higher time frame on the monthly, we can see it's getting beat down. We see this a lot in small caps, a lot of beat down, and then they all of a sudden start to squeeze. And it's one of those things where you just kind of got to be quick, especially with almost no catalyst or a very weak catalyst. You just got to be quick. If you're quick, you got some type of strategy, or maybe if you don't have a strategy, some people don't have a strategy, they're just quick. They just get in. If it doesn't work out in a certain time period, get out. I'll give it 5 seconds. I'll give it, whatever. But the bad part about doing it that way is if you say I'm only going to do 5-second trades, well, your timing is not the market's timing. So you can say I'm going to give it 5 seconds, but what if the market isn't ready? The market just isn't ready. It stops you out and then it goes. Well, you need to be ready to take multiple trades. So once it stops you out with that small little loss, you can get back in, which is those high frequency trading styles where it's really not a strategy. It's more like a time limit. Hey, it didn't work in 5 seconds. I'm out. Hey, it worked. Take profit. Hey, it didn't work in 5 seconds. I'm out. That's how that happens. You really don't need to know much about the stock to do that, but it's good to know more about the stock because it could be something really, really bad and it ends up crashing. And because you didn't know, because you had some 5-second time limit, it could actually slam down within your 5 seconds or slam up if you're going short. And now you didn't know what you didn't know, and now you're hurt. So I'd rather know not everything. I'd rather know as much information about the stock as possible, then take a trade. If I'm going to do high frequency, know about the stock, know why it's moving. What is the why of the stock? Anyway, over here to the weekly on REBN, we can see it is currently trading around 280. So 280, right under the 3 here, right there. The new ATR has not come in yet. We'll get those daily ATRs up here as soon as those come out. Let me get, I was doing some testing. That's why the ATR is down there. I was doing some more scripting. Where is it? ATR Wilders. Take that off and okay. All right, so yeah. And actually it didn't save my script that I took out either. Edit. Previous day, that's what I'm taking out, and I'll save that. Okay, so anyway, let's jump over to TIVC on the daily. We can see the same sentiment. Big beat down on TIVC, same thing. You just got to be quick. Doesn't have a great catalyst. You just got to be quick. Let's look at ENVB. Same deal. Beat down, beat down, beat down, beat down. So these are kind of like desperation plays for me. I'm just like, man, I kind of like to see something that's maybe heading upward already or have some nice curve off the bottom, but just a beat down to a nice little pop. We can see that this happened back here in 2018 where it popped a couple of times, but the pops are getting smaller and smaller, and it's just kind of like a flat line pattern, I guess you could call it, is what it looks like. I don't think that's what it's actually called. And then that's Reddit. I'm not too concerned about. I don't know what Reddit is doing, but Doesn't have a whole lot of trading history. 3 months of trading. Here's the weekly chart. Here's the daily chart. It has been uptrending. Looking at this, these higher low ATRs coming up here, but I don't know. Trading around 55. It closed yesterday at 49. So a couple of bucks higher, but I don't know how volatile it can get. It is not a low float though. We got about 3 minutes until the bell. 3 minutes until the bell, and things are going to get active. Let's look at the SPY as well before the day gets started. This is on the 15-minute. We can see that the SPY was trading up here around the 517s. Now, I remember the other day we saw that the ATR, the average true range on the daily, was the 519. So let's look over here on the daily. And what day was it that I was watching that? It was an ATR 519. Was it this one? Yeah. So it actually traded up towards that ATR, but could not break it. And now today it's got an ATR down, or yesterday it had an ATR low of 511. So it just needs to hold up this previous candle and definitely hold up the 511 to continue maybe some consolidation or movement higher. But we'll see. Definitely trading back below, back down here towards the 515, the lower side of this previous green candle here around 515. So we'll see. But yeah, let's go to back over to the main. Had quite a bit of a drop off during this this pre-market though. Back over to the scans. Still, the top mover is REBN. That'll be the one that we're watching. I'm gonna get rid of Reddit. Not too interested in that one. And I might get rid of one of these two, but I'm gonna let these play. I'm gonna let them play for now. They are up 20-something%, so I'm not completely saying they're dead, but they just look dead. I'm not even checking the catalyst for SGD. It's so cheap. I'm just like, all of these are looking like just be quick stocks. Hopefully you don't get a 3rd-degree burn from sticking your hand in the furnace. But yeah, let's just swing through these charts one more time. REBN is about to put out its ATRs, and if it puts out its ATRs way up here of 18 cents, it's going to be very hard for it to continue to push. TIVC, not much action. SLNH, good morning. Mike D, doing good. Took one trade yesterday, pretty nice profits. Today, just observing some of these cheaper ones. Haven't seen anything that is above 5 that's moving well, so just kind of in observation on today. But REBN is the one that is up 70, almost 80%. Maybe it'll go to 100%. A lot of times people like to see them get to 100. They like to push them on up there. So we'll see. We got about 40 seconds left to the open. Forty seconds left to the open. But right now, I think we're watching all of the top movers, to be honest. I don't really think I missed anything. If y'all are seeing anything else that I might have missed, definitely drop it in the chat and I will check it out. But we're about to go into the open now. We're watching REBN out of the open here. The new ATR is about to calculate. All right, there's the ATR. And this is based on the 15-minute, 330s up here. The ATR low is the 286. And I'm going to go ahead and get the daily ATRs marked up as well so we can see those clearly. So that is the daily ATR. Let me go ahead and label that while we're waiting. ATR high on the daily. All right. And then make that green. And then we'll do an ATR low, which is at the 280. ATR 280 low. on a daily. Okay, and then we'll change this to red a little bit. Red. All right, so now we got our ATR high from the daily. This ATR that y'all are seeing right here is just based on the 15 minutes. So it's taking the last 15 candles and doing that. But this one is based on the last, not 15, 14 candles. And this one is based on the last 14 days up here. So it's going to become a little bit more resistance up here, which we see a little bit of a pullback. It tested that 15 minute, and the 15 minute holding it back for now. Still keeping my eyes on TIVC and SLNH. We'll see what that one wants to do as well. Looking at the abnormalities of these though, REBN relative volume is 127 times the normal volume. TIVC is 60 times the normal volume. SGD is very low relative volume, so I'm gonna take that one off. It's just not abnormal enough. I don't care what it's doing. SLNH 74 times. ENVB just not that abnormal, only 3 times. So I'm taking that one off. We'll watch these 3 and I'll see if anything else pops up that is above 5, but we're not seeing anything over 10% yet. Tiva, Affirm, Reddit, and Lyft, Yang, all of these are under 10, but they're between 1 and 8% ish. So definitely doing some movement there. We'll see if Affirm or something comes into play as a big mover though. I don't want to put them up there until they're over 10 though, so I'm just gonna wait on Affirm. This is what Affirm's looking like right now. Popped over this ATR. ATR high on Affirm on the daily chart is 37.54. So it has tested that level. It's like right up on it right here. This is the ATR high. ATR low is way away. ATR low is at 33.46 on this one. So it's not even in the picture. So I'm not even gonna put it on there. But yeah, definitely testing a daily ATR high here. Probably gonna find a little bit of resistance. Yeah. So a little bit of resistance at the ATR high. Let's jump back over to Reborn Coffee. Heading towards that ATR daily low. And you're going to hear me talk about ATR a lot, because it's what professionals use. If you're not using ATR, you just, I don't know. You know, you're missing out on what they're looking at, what the big money is looking at, for sure. All right, coming back kind of in a midway point on REBN. TIVC headed on down. Yeah, not looking the greatest. And then SLNH. All of these super weak catalysts. I think I am going to go ahead and throw up Tiva. Tiva is moving. Affirm only up 5%. We'll see what happens. Lyft. I wonder what the news catalysts are on these. Reddit. Did I put Reddit in there? No, I did not put Reddit. And Yang, I'm not too interested in. That one kind of moves wonky. But yeah. So this is what I'm watching right now. So REBN, TIVC, SLNH, Tiva, Affirm, blah blah blah. But right now we're just gonna focus back in on REBN, jumping over that daily ATR now. Now this is bullish. That's what I'm thinking. This is bullish until this ATR fails. You know, this is nothing but a bull paradise up here. So this is the first 15 minutes, getting above this level. This candle has not closed yet. If you're using lower time frames, maybe you're seeing some setups that I'm not seeing. But as far as the first 30 minutes, I usually wait first 30 minutes and then look for opportunities. But on this one, you know, 338 is definitely holding up. We'll see what the next candle holds. Looking like it wants to push up to that 375 though. Up 375, 380s. Nice. So a lot of times the entry that I use is the ATR break and hold. This one has definitely done the break, but it has not proven a hold yet. So we'll see what happens on the hold part. Right now, just going up. Okay, I see a one above $5 that's moving in INOD. INOD, it is $9.22, up 36%. Okay, that's been the best one we've seen over $5. So let's go check this one out. Uh let's go look at his press releases. And this is what I'm saying, man. If you wait the first couple minutes, you can get better stuff that comes in. It's not like, you're forced to trade the first, unless your time period is trading the first 15 minutes, you're not really forced to trade first 15 minutes. You can just use it to gather information. Going out here on the press releases for NO data. It reports first quarter 2024 results, raising guidance to at least 40% organic revenue growth in 2024. And it's the same news for April 30th. What was happening back here? So NO data releases open source LLM evaluation toolkit, evaluation data sets, and announces new LLM trust and safety wins. NO Data was awarded new programs from Magnificent Seven big tech customer valued at approximately 20 million in annualized run rate revenue. Okay, so they have been getting some pitter patters, some raindrops of good news here and there. So maybe one to slap on the watch list. We'll see how it moves today. But not something that I'm just like, oh man, I just gotta have it. Looking over here on the relative volume, it's 3 times its relative volume. But I'm thinking this is going to be more of a continuation. I put, NYC ended up continuing too, though. This one's just not getting any kind of trading, though. NYC is dead today. Ugh. Yesterday, NYC's relative volume was 76. So it was 76 times the norm. Today, it is not even 1 time. So this, I would not trade this today. Looking for, unless it had a strong catalyst and it was on continuation, then I would trade it. But other than that, I'm taking that off. NYC, taking MULN off. I'll leave MULN up there. But yeah, definitely throwing in INDOD up there on the watch for maybe some continuation on tomorrow. Looking like it's trading around that 940, 950 level. Let's look at the daily ATRs on this one. Actually, let's look at the higher time frames. This one looks much better than those cheaper ones. This one has curled out the bottom, big green on the monthly. On the weekly, we can see the same thing, curling off that bottom, 6 all the way up here on the weekly. And now on the daily, let's go ahead and mark the daily ATR high. So it has broken their ATR high, and ATR high on the daily. And we'll change that to green. We'll hit that. ATR low on today is 806, which it is well away from. Edit ATR low based on daily. We'll make this one red. Bam. So we got our ATR high up here. And did I put that? It's supposed to be 926. Let me update that. 926. It just looked a little bit off. And then this one is 804. I know it's 2 cents, but I'm particular. All right, so now we got our ATR high and low. It is coming back down and testing, trying to hold that 926 right now. We jump back over to, actually, wait, let's go over to the 4-hour. So this was our daily chart. The ATR on this one is 61 cents. And so calculation, I'll be looking for 25% of that. If it was more irregular. Looking at the 4-hour, we can see that 4-hour getting above the ATR, just looking really, really bullish there. And so basically with that 61 cents ATR, I'll just say, hey, 61 cents. I'm looking for 25% of this. So there'll be a stop moving every 15 cents. So once I get the break even, above break even, move my stop every 15 cents. If it stops me out, oh well, at least I get stopped with profit. All right. So yeah, we just waited around and things are coming up. I'm going to actually take off A-firm and all of these because why watch them if they're not up 10%, right? I just don't care enough to just keep them up here. So taking off A-firm, taking off Reddit. taking off Lyft, taking off okay. So now we're pretty much narrowed down to INOD, REBN, and TIVC are looking like they're the ones getting the volume on today. And then these are just too cheap. These are just ugly stocks down here with these. So not too worried about those. So we got our top three. We narrowed it down within the first 30 minutes, right? First 30 minutes of the open. INOD pushing back up there, staying above this this ATR daily high. If it can hold this, I believe it's just going to be bullish. You know, it's going to be bullish until it's not. And if it does dip down through this ATR daily, it can still has all of this space to the 15 minutes. So pretty much $9. So it needs to hold $9. Let me see what they're talking about. We'll do, let's meet at 9:30. Meet at 9:30. Okay. So we got that meeting set up. All right. But anyway, INOD, like I said, holding up that ATR high. I'm thinking it's going to stay bullish until it's not. Looking at the monthly chart, we can see clear levels up here. And this is why I want to start at the monthly. These clear levels, seeing what is this? 1063 up here. Clear level where something happened and there was a crash. So it's got room. It's definitely got room to get up there 1060 or whatnot. But we also have to keep in mind that ATR. So the ATR is 62 cents. It's already moved on this first candle from, let's see, from the open 864 all the way up here to 972. It's already moved its full ATR. So I'm wondering what a pullback will look like on this one. Very, very bullish. It's the best looking one that I've seen on the day. It's just not abnormal enough for me. So I'll probably be watching it on tomorrow after a nice little pullback for a day 2 continuation. Okay, REBN slamming on back down towards that ATR high. Continues to test that with a big wick there. TIVC just kind of in indecision as well. But yeah, I don't think anything's looking better than this one right now, though. Mike D says, wow, shop down 20. Yeah, shop just got slaughtered today. I don't know. I don't really know the reasoning. I really didn't want to look into it because it doesn't pay a dividend. I'm not going to be buying it unless it's like super low anyway because it's not going to pay me to wait. But yeah, that thing got slammed. DV, Trip. I don't know. Is that Trivago? Trip, TRP. What is that? What is Trip? TripAdvisor. That makes sense though. I mean, we're coming into the summertime though. It seems like more people would be doing trips, maybe, but maybe not. With interest rates and everything, the uncertainties, I don't know. Maybe people are kind of holding back. But it doesn't make sense because most people don't know about money, so wouldn't they just spend regularly? I don't know. They would just be like, "Oh, it's okay. We're gonna go on this trip. We're gonna just do it." MTCH, UPST, XPEV. A lot of the electric vehicle companies are down today. Tesla down 2%, Clean Spark down, Uber, even some of the crypto movers, Mara down 6%. So whole lot of short looking stuff today. TEVA Yes, that's gonna be a higher float. We don't want to mess with that. So NOD, at least it's a low float. Okay. So INOD coming to the top here. Looks like it did a double top. The high of this candle was 994. The high of this one was 994. So that is definitely a double top. Coming back towards the ATR daily high there, but still way away from the ATR daily low. I'll be definitely interested tomorrow for a continuation for sure. But today, not too interested. And on continuation, I like to cut down the size. I'm not trying to take 1,000 shares. I take like maybe 300 just to see what it wants to do. Since it is moving dollars, it moves $1, $1.50 slow throughout the day. I'll take 300 bucks. That's not a bad trade, even if it takes all day. But on something that's abnormal, that's cancerous, I'm looking for fast. Looking for that thing to boom out of there. Like that trade that I took yesterday was 41 minutes in total. 41 minutes for 700 bucks. And I'm okay with that. REBN also doing a little double top action up here. Look at what the SPY is doing. The SPY going up, down. SPY kind of pivoted back up just a little bit after this come down, but looking at the overall trend, it does look like it's downwards. I would be expecting it to continue downwards if it breaks. Let me see if it's where the daily ATR is on this one. Yeah, it's just kind of sitting in no man's land right now. It is below the previous day, so had a nice little green candle here. Came into what looks like a what's the name of this one? Not a shooting star. It's the opposite of an abandoned baby. I can't remember the name, but that's what that is, that pattern. So that's looking like it's going to be a little bit more bearish before it gets back bullish. But I cannot remember the name of that. Can't remember the name. An abandoned baby is basically this look on the bottom side. So basically you get a candle, like a red candle dropping in, this star pattern, and then a continuation to whatever side that it's going to be going. So that's basically what an abandoned baby is. But I can't remember the other name of that. It might be a morning star pattern, maybe. I would have to go back. Don't take my word for it. I can't remember right now because I don't really trade that pattern. So yeah, but that's looking a little bit bearish on the SPY. Let's jump back over here to INOD. Still just holding this levels right before that 10 breakout. I like that on continuation though. REBN getting smashed down back towards this ATR high. See, the problem with these cheaper stocks, I like to see them not come back down here because they're so cheap. If they're good, they should just be boom, boom, booming up, right? Just going up. But these like this, that just continue to come back down here, I'm thinking it's going to be some type of slam once it revisits this level of the 338-ish level. The control point hasn't even moved yet. The control level is still down here around what, 289 based on the 15-minute ATR and on the 1 hour. So I don't know. This one's looking like a little slammer. Tiva and Lyft are struggling to hold up 10% on the day. Lyft pumping up quite slowly, but it is a much higher float. Does not pay any kind of dividends or anything like that though. Tiva. So yeah, pretty much the only one that I'm gonna be watching for the rest of the week is INOD. I like it. I think it can move for me. Pay me some money. All right, we got about 10 minutes left. Waiting for REBN. Maybe it'll be a short squeeze. I don't really know, but because it continues to kind of play like it wants to go up, but got a couple minutes for this one to close. Has not crashed out yet. It's been nothing but green. And it's above the ATR daily high, so I'm still thinking it's bullish until it's not, until it crashes this level. Once it crashes this level, it's to me, I just classify it as consolidation. As long as it can't make a decision whether it wants to go hold this or go below this, it's just consolidation in here. But it's definitely looking bloody. TIVC trading towards the bottom of its little channel here. Don't really like its chart pattern or anything. Wow, INDO blasting back down to this ATR daily. Yes, break it down. So all I want to see tomorrow is it not break down 830. Just stay consolidating here. And then I'll be looking for a retest of these levels up here because this is a lot of shorts getting in. Shorts. Takes a lot of money to do this type of move. I just want to re-enter this level and just consolidate for the day. That's it. Just consolidate. And I'll be highly interested tomorrow. Unless it's something crazy, just absolutely ripping tomorrow. MULN moving up as well. MULN was a previous mover. It isn't that abnormal, but we know that it's been getting these little trickles of good news. So we saw it on this day, and I actually ended up losing on it on this day. So I was looking for ATR break and hold. And actually, I really shouldn't have been looking for the ATR break and hold. At first, I was looking for this ATR low, but I really don't play this pattern that much. So I was like scared to take the trade. I was like, ooh, I just don't have a lot of data. I don't know. And it exploded. And I was like, okay, well, let me just get in up here and look for it to go higher. It caught a whole bunch of resistance here at the ATR high, splashed me out, and then ended up going higher. It was completely my fault because I got in on something that, or I got in after the move. If I would have just waited and said, okay, I missed this ATR low to high, cool. But there was this secondary ATR break and hold. That was the move right there from 10:30 to like 11 something. Could have took some good profit there, but it's okay. I made all of that loss back on yesterday, so I was like, whatever. But let's continue looking around. REBN, did you go down yet? Nope, still playing around. Still playing around up here. So it may push a little bit more. It has not dropped back in within this range. INOD, come on, man, just fail. Just fail. We just want to see you fail. We're praying on your downfall. TIVC, I'm taking that one off. It just does not look good at all. I see another one called IVP. What in the world is IVP? Why is it up so much? IVP up 11,810%. What? So that must be a reverse split. Let me go look at this thing. IVP. So Inspire Veterinary Partners, Inc., Class A common stock. Let's go here. Inspire Veterinary Partners announces a 1-for-100 reverse stock split. Looking over here on the larger time frames, look at this. Got beat down, beat to sleep, all the way down to like 5 cents. Popped up to these, back up to this level of the 381s. Now, I don't know what they produce. I don't know if they are like I don't know what they are. I need to go look at their profile to see what exactly they are. But this news was from 2 days ago, 1-for-100 reverse stock split. From April 8th, they got partner reports, full year 2023 financial results. In February, they got new employee benefit program. More millennials are opting for pets over children. Woo! Yeah, that is happening. So the pet industry continues to grow. Inspire, that's sad though. More millennials are opting for pets over children. Inspire Veterinary Partners, newly built and designed family pet care animal hospital in Sugar Land, Texas. Hey, I've been there. It's dope out there. Is now open to serve Houston area pet owners. Inspire Veterinary Partners announces closing of 4 million public offering. Okay. Pause and prosperity, exploring U.S. pet services growth and the anticipated surge in annual pet spending from 900 to 1,292 by 2025. Interesting. So, do we need to go and invest in like Petco and like, all the dogs and all of that stuff? Because it seems like, we're getting closer and closer to full animal worship. So I think that's the way we need to go. Um, let's look back over here to REBN. Still hasn't made its mind up yet. INDO yet. I mean, not INDO. INOD coming on down perfectly back into consolidation. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Get all those shorts in there today. Crashing down the ATR high. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, I'm gonna be interested in that tomorrow for sure. Yep, yep, yep. All right. What else was I doing? Tiva. Oh, what were we looking at? The pet thing. That's what I was looking at. Veterinary partners. So we know based on this, what are some stocks that do sell pet stuff? I don't know. Pet, pet. I don't know what to say. Pet. Um, pet product. I don't know. Product company. I don't know. Product company. These 31 pet companies are named on the list of the fastest. That's 2020. That's old. Let's go to more. Go to tools. Go to this year. All right, pet product companies. 30 most searched pet brands in the US 2024 statistics. 30 most searched pet brands in the US. Are we becoming Egypt? Like when they had the cat thing where they were all like worshiping cats? That's what's happening to America? Let's go. Give me a little dog head. I'll be wearing my dog head, right? What's that? Is that a? I think that's an Egyptian god or something like that that has the dog face. Oh man. Or maybe no, maybe I'll go with the goat, since the goat kind of symbolizes like true evil. Goats, they on a different time. They are on demon time. My grandfather, he has maybe like 10 goats, and the male one, I mean, he's always on demons. I mean, if he sees you, he's gonna just try to get behind you. He's just gonna be nibbling on grass, and then he's gonna go for you for sure. So they throw hands. They are always on go mode, and he'll stand up and throw hands with you too. So he's not a small little goat. You gotta throw him. He's probably about, I would say 60 pounds maybe, 60 or 70 pounds. But yeah, you gotta be ready to go if you get in that pen with him. All right, pet industry is booming. The international pet market is currently worth a staggering 26 billion, with Americans predicted to have spent close to 100 billion on their pets in 2022. Naturally, this makes the pet industry very competitive in almost every sector. Okay, we got to go pets. We got to just invest in everything pets. That's all I need to know. Let me go ahead and get my life savings ready to go buy some goats or some dogs. We'll see. INO popped all the way back up, and I hope it just stays down there. So it's closing up under the ATR high, the daily high there, which is good for me. So just go on down. Let's see. I think that's pretty much everything I could see. MULN continued to punch up. It is way away. Let's see what its daily high was. Daily ATR high. It is not close to that yet. The daily ATR high is all the way up here. 634 for the day. Not close. So I'm not expecting it to push all the way up there. REBN continue to just stagger around this top side, looking like it's getting ready to try to check the lows. But I'm thinking below 338 is going to be pretty bad for it. Okay. INOD making this new daily ATR. If it continues to snatch back under this will become resistance, and then we'll look for a break of this resistance on tomorrow. All right, Tiva. Let's see. Lori Lee says, I'm guilty of cat worship. That's crazy. I hope you're talking about the animal. Let's see. Make sure. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much all that I've seen today. Lori Lee said, what other cat? Oh man. No, that's just we'll call it a me and you joke. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. All right. Mike D says, will you play GameStop lottery ticket? What is it doing now today? The other guy came in here the other day like, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. I was like, bro, chill out, bro. And it's soon, like the other day when he said that, it took this huge plummet drop to $13, right? So basically, whoever was pumping this thing was creating a liquidity grab. This is not looking normal. This came up here to my bad, got y'all on the wrong screen. This is not looking normal right here. Came down here or came up here to the highs of 1743, crashed all the way down to $13, and then exploded back up. This was a trap for shorts and longs for whoever was trapping. Then on the next day, it got back up and went on up. So it's just all over the place, and it doesn't really have any reasoning. I don't think I saw any press releases for GameStop, but let me just look real quick because I got to get out of here for this morning meeting. But let me just look and see the press releases. It might have been just earnings. Yeah, GameStop reports fourth quarter earnings and fiscal year 2023. GameStop announces release date for fourth quarter and full year fiscal 2023 results. GameStop discloses third quarter. Okay, so it's all just earnings. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm gonna punch that lottery ticket. I'm good. I'm good with what I'm doing. Identifying these stocks, catching them on continuation, or catching them on day one. And that's the two things that I've really been using back here for my setups. The day zero, like, hey, today is doing an ATR breaking hold. It's abnormal. I'm looking for that cancerous pop. Or the continuation day, looking for it to hold up those levels and come back up for a nice little gainer. So that's kind of what I'm looking for on INOD, for this ATR high to become more and more resistance and slam it on back into this consolidation point down here. But yeah, that is it for me today. I got to get out of here to get ready for this meeting. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're going to continue today, definitely be safe. I did not put the disclaimer up today. Of course, the disclaimer, we take our own trades, come up with our own thesis. If you see something that you like that I use, cool. If you want to use something that I use, well, just message me in the Discord. And I can show you what all that I do. And if you want to use the trading journal that I use, which is Trader Sync Journal, there's a link it's been dropped in the chat. And just be careful, get your data and trade with your data. If you don't have any data, well, then size down and trade. Take as many stupid trades that you can in a size down position. I don't care if it's just one share, and then take that data and see where you need to scale up. But yeah, that is it for me today. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. I do stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If I'm not gonna be here, I'll let you guys know in the community, in the Discord, or in the YouTube community, or on Twitter. I'll let you guys know on all the platforms so you'll be up to date. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.